right, you guys. Welcome back to Two Gold Mike's podcast. I am Percy.
I'm LD.
He's here with us, you guys. And you guys are listening and watching Two Gold Mike's. What's been going on, friend? I don't know. What's been going on? How your week been going? Let's start there, and then we'll get into the rundown of what's going on with the politics and in the streets. But let's start the people on how our weeks are going.
Highs and lows.
Mhm.
We're in February.
Made it.
Made it to February. I'm just gonna be grateful. That's it.
I love it. I love the gratitude. If you were to rate the week, what you rate your week so
I
far, thus
can't.
far?
I can't remember what I rated it last
I
time.
believe, if I'm not mistaken, you gave it a 6.
Oh, it was a 5.
Damn. It went down. Okay, that happens. I'm sorry. We listen and we don't. It went down for honestly. I can't. Mine went down too. So, but I'm saying, damn, mine dropped too for sure.
Ooh.
I think last week I
Okay.
was at like a 7,
Mm-hmm.
and this week I'm definitely like a 6. I think it's gonna increase though with this Saturday, being around friends and getting. I need a recharge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we'll see what next week brings if it goes up.
Yeah, hopefully go.
It is a week of lovers, so we'll see.
Uh,
Probably won't. Not for me, but somebody out there watching.
friend, we don't. We have our friendship celebration. You're like, okay, that don't count,
Okay, all the girls back
Not the
here,
same.
friends. Your friends can't hold you.
Friend came busted wide open.
Hello, no. And if you are friendly and you're doing that, you're not my friends.
With the benefits. Shout out to y'all though.
Oh yeah, still grateful to be here.
Yeah.
Even if it's at a 5, hopefully it'll get better with the month of February.
Okay, well let's get a sip of wine, and I'm pretty sure
I
you can
have
take
some
me from a
sips.
6 to maybe a 5.5.
See, that's set in stone, but we're gonna work on next week. I feel like I don't know. I get okay. Well, let me ask you this about grading your week. Do you
Mm-hmm.
start with a 10, or are you at a 1 and you're working your way up?
Well, you always want to start at a 10. You starting your mindset with a 10. Okay, like start the week off with intentions to have a great week. But then as your week goes on, inevitably something's going to happen that's gonna throw your week off. It's up to you to decide how you respond to it. But my week started at a 10. By Thursday, my week was at a 6 because I got a flat tire. It made my day long. I had to go into the office. First of all, I sat into Firestone for like what 2.5, 3 hours. Then had to go to the
You
office
had to get a
after
new
that.
tire.
They had to get a new tire, new alignment. There was $500 out of my pocket. Beyonce is coming up, so I'm stressed. I'm broke. I'm disgusted. I'm stressed. I did a lot of sleeping on Friday and trying to catch up with work, and then trying to stay on top of the podcast stuff, which I failed at that. So those type of things are deductions for
No,
me.
these people will get what they get when you get it, and you will be grateful.
Yeah, y'all will be grateful.
Don't forget to
But
like,
it's
comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and
thank you for all your
subscribe. Thank you
support,
for all your
your
support.
continued support. But
We
yeah, so
appreciate
like
it. That you're gonna get what you get when you get it.
yeah,
And that's just gonna be that on that.
yeah. But I
Maybe
try
I
to
need to
hold
start
myself
at a 10.
accountable though.
I'm gonna try to start at a 10 on Monday or Sunday
Yeah.
tomorrow. I'll be working my way up. Maybe I don't be making it very far.
But listen, it's a struggle. Life be life, honestly. So
And life is life. And speaking of life, let's get into the political rundown. Let's talk a little bit about
run us down, child.
life. So I wanted to start this week's segment off by talking about the Department of Education. One of the ideas that Trump has been floating around that he wants to do is to eliminate the Department of Education. He is actively pursuing this. He wants to reduce or eliminate the Department of Education. He has nominated a Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, and he gave her a directive. And his directive was to her, I want you to put yourself out of a job. So get in here and break it down. All the way down. The administration is preparing to issue an executive order to kind of initiate this process. However, it's not going to be a simple process. So thank God for checks and balances. When we're talking about abolishing an entire department, it's going to require congressional approval. Now, I will say there are people on both sides of the aisle who are not for this very radical idea, but what is Trump but a person full of radical ideas and not in a good way? But the congressional approval does make this complex. Critics are arguing that dismantling the Department of Education could interfere with funding for different programs for about education. It could adversely affect a lot of programs that support low-income students or low-income people across the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, public opinion, they have done a few polls on this nature, and the public opinion is not in favor of dismantling the Department of Education. It is the one thing that ensures that all states and territories are kind of on the same page when it comes to how we're educating our youth in whatever way. I just had a fact. I was like, you know what? This man's trying to get rid of the Department of Education because he feels like education is best left in the hands of the states. So I got a little quiz for you, friend.
Okay. Let's
You want to start at best schools, best states, or worst states?
I probably can do better with the worst states. So let's
start with the worst states?
Yeah.
So, worst states.
This is what he's targeting.
Do you feel like the bottom 10 worst states are red or blue?
You know what? Crazy enough, I feel like the bottom states would be the red states. Because I'm thinking about the South. I'm thinking about...
Ding, 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 ding.
Thinking about Mississippi.
Outside of number 50, which is a blue state, is New Mexico. The bottom 10 states are red states. They're red states.
Call them out, friend. Call out a few.
Mississippi.
Okay,
41. You got Alabama's at 43, South Carolina's at 44, Oklahoma's 45, Alaska's 46, West Virginia 47, Louisiana 49. These are all red states.
Yeah.
So you want to dismantle the Department of Education because you feel like education is best left in the hands of the states. And your states, those red states, those GOP states, they don't get education right. They never have. They never will. Once you take your hand off that steering wheel, it's going to go off the ravine. You're crashing. But you already crashed. So let's look at the best states. So the top 5 best states in education are blue states. They're blue states.
Shocker.
So even without the directive of the federal government, the states who are going to do the best are going to be the blue states. This does not help your base. And I just want to know, once the Department of Education is gone, what about my student loans? What y'all doing about them?
Hello?
Because if you dismantle...
Let's start there.
If it dismantle, I would never log in again.
Yeah. I see. I don't be logged in again.
Child, I don't block so many numbers on my phone.
You ain't finna get it.
Some people call from every number, every area code, every zip code. I'm like, how y'all affording this? Baby, y'all calling me from this state, that state, this state, this state. I don't have it. I ain't have it for the man who called from the Mississippi phone number. I ain't have it for the woman who called from the New Mexico phone number. I don't have it for the people calling in the state of New York. I don't have it. I just wanted to break that down. I was just like, you want to get rid of the Department of Education because it's so damaging to you all. I was like, now how do you stand on a state level with education and you stand nowhere?
But think about this though, friend.
You're not even standing, you're laying down.
We're talking about, like, to your point, you said that the Republican states are the states that are suffering in education. They're at the bottom. And Trump won the election by the ignorance of the people. And so he wants you to be ignorant because it plays into his hand. It plays into the hands of those with power. Like, he's benefiting off your
stupidity, ignorance.
And
we're going to talk a little bit more.
And one more point I want to make about the Department of Education, I want to ask if you've seen this. They were denying people in Congress to actually go into the actual Department of Education. Like, they had some white guy, I don't know his name, some Caucasian male, let me be frank, and he was just blocking them from actually entering the building when they should have access to any of the departments, federal departments.
We'll talk a little bit more about that as well, because that has been happening all across the federal government, because someone who is not an elected official has their hands in every part of the U.S. government.
Elon Musk. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call your name out because you full of shit. Elon Musk is full of shit, and he is not for no one else but himself.
If you think that we are going to be paying for that decision for the next couple of decades. Anybody who disagrees, I'm sorry to tell you, Elon Musk having access to this level of information that he is given access to. We'll talk a little bit about some of the information.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pay for that. If not in this election, in this 4 years, the next 8 to 12 to 6, we are going to pay for giving our information over to this billionaire who does not want what's best for the country. Never did. He only wants information. We're going to pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
But going back into education, I wanted to pick on my home state for a little bit.
Okay.
The Mississippi Congress, they voted to ban DEI in public schools. That took me from a 6 to a 5.
Understandably so.
Because the GOP has this way of passing what I consider to be useless bills instead of focusing on what the people actually need.
Absolutely.
Banning DEI in public schools in Mississippi means absolutely nothing. I can tell you that. We have a lot of friends who are educators, who are out here on the ground, who are out here in the state of Mississippi doing the work on a daily. They're not getting DEI courses. They're barely in Black history. Barely.
Right.
And that's if the school can afford to pay for that. That's if the school has money for books, which most of them don't. That's if the school has enough teachers, which Mississippi has a critical teacher shortage. There's a need for educators.
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting DEI training. They're not getting that. The students are not receiving this. It baffles me how state congressmen, they sit for hours. They craft these bills. They're voting on it. They're wasting time passing things that have no effect on the people.
Mm-hmm.
Has no effect, but no other effect than to rile up their base.
Thanks.
And make it seem like they're actually doing something. That does not help the people. That does not help the state of Mississippi, who is at the bottom of every list, not just education. What does banning DEI in public schools have? There is no DEI in public schools. It's Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of ticked me off a little bit.
Yeah.
For all of our people out there who are watching, if you're on the fence, you're not blue, you're GOP or red or whatever, however you identify, you are a victim. Hey, production. You are a victim of the red herring fallacy. I love fallacies. So let me explain to you all how the red herring fallacy operates, because the GOP has the red herring fallacy down to a science. They're very meticulous, and it makes them a powerful entity, whether we like to admit that or not. But the red herring fallacy operates by diverting attention away from the main issue to something irrelevant or misleading. Just how the state of Mississippi just passed to ban DEI in public schools, as if they had a founding. Mississippi has so many issues. Healthcare, housing. But like, we have so many critical issues where DEI in public schools is not one. It was never even on the map. But because DEI was a buzzword, they made it an issue. They voted on it. They wasted everybody's time, and there's going to be no result for that.
Can I interject and just add one little thing?
Yes, friend. Please intercede.
To your point, like with them creating these distractions, because that's what they are. Like you said, they're meaningless. Well, yeah, meaningless laws.
That is meaningless.
To distract you and to divide us. Because in order to conquer, you divide. And it's just dividing the people. It's dividing the Caucasian race from the black race and the brown race from everybody. It keeps us divided, so we can't focus on the fact that they're cheating us out of basic human rights. Like you said, the housing is a big problem. Rent, I know everybody at home got rent problem. Groceries is a big problem right now. Y'all sending,
and for the state of Mississippi, which is like a huge, the state of Mississippi is very food insecure.
Mm-hmm. You spoke about that on the podcast last time, yeah.
Food insecure. We have a ton of areas that do not have access to fresh food at all, and this is what y'all are wasting our time on.
Real problems.
And you said it right. A red herring fallacy. It is used to distract people from actual arguments by introducing something that is not of issue. Go ahead, friend. Before we move,
just on. Like because Trump, he just recently pass something in relation to the transgenders, they can't actually participate in certain sports. And they're reporting, I believe it's like 0.0 percent of trans men and women that actually play sports. So it's like, to your point again, you're creating laws and trying to solve an issue that's really not an issue for the masses. I just wanted to add that.
And I'm glad you spoke on trans. So let's say this: trans people make up 1% of the population, if
Period.
that. If that.
It's just using it to get y'all ignorant people riled up.
1%. If 1%. Spending all of their time focused on taking away from trans people does not help the country.
Exactly.
In any way.
Exactly.
Like, in any way. They're focused on the wrong 1%. You want to know why we don't have...
Oh, you ate that. Did y'all hear what he just said?
They're focused on the wrong 1%.
Clock it.
That is why groceries are high. That is why there's not enough housing. That's why our rents are skyrocketing.
Facts.
That is why America has crumbling infrastructure. That is why on the world stage we are almost last in education.
Facts.
You're focused on the wrong 1%.
Hello, you preaching up in here. You preaching up in here.
Period.
Okay.
Back into what we call the red herring fallacy. I feel like that's the theme of my topic for today. Another example of this is, it's been all over the news. Trump, he likes to tout himself on these things that are insignificant. He revoked President Biden's security clearance. Revoked the access. He said he was removing his security clearance. Let me tell y'all something. All former presidents, their security clearance is removed. You did nothing. All former presidents have their security clearance removed. Once you are no longer president, you are no longer receiving a highly classified information. When you leave office, you do not receive those daily briefings. You don't receive that highly classified information. You don't know what's going on in different countries. You don't know about all those pots that America has their hands in. You're no longer privy to the information. So making this a cycle of news, y'all wasting our time.
But what you should be doing is not giving security clearance to people who were not elected by the American people, aka Mr. Elon Musk and his whole thing that he got going on.
The Elon Musk backed Department of Government Efficiency.
Bullshit.
They have been in the news, or they've continuously been in the news, but they have access to the Treasury Department's sensitive payment systems. And from inside the Treasury Department, there has been a memo going around where the workers, the staff, they're not happy. They said that this is an unprecedented insider threat risk.
Absolutely.
And this is according to a threat assessment that was performed by the Treasury as well. Because Elon Musk and I think two other staffers of his, they have access to basically America's payment systems, all of our pay information, unprecedented. So the court, it's actually in court. They're arguing about that now as we speak. But you guys, we're going to regret having a billionaire in our business.
Absolutely.
And I'm just going to go out and say it. I don't feel like a billionaire should have access to even not only government information, but I don't feel like billionaires should be legally able to run for public
Absolutely.
office.
That's right.
Once you reach a certain status, you're no longer, I don't feel like you're able to effectively govern the will of the people. You're too far removed being from biased.
Right.
Exactly. You're too far removed.
Because whether you realize it or not, either you're a corporation and you're making all this money, you're a producer, or you're a consumer. And we, the American people, we're consumers. So you can't possibly look out for the best interest of the consumers if you're the producer of a product or any type of service that you're giving and you're making billions of dollars off of it. And you're still making money. What he made, what, $200 million something dollars just in the last 2 weeks? There's no way you should have access to be able to do that.
No. And to be honest,
too much power.
Hot Mike. I don't feel like millionaires should be able to run and hold public office.
I agree.
And I hope to be a millionaire.
I agree.
But I feel like once you reach a certain status, it is no longer what the founders of the United States Constitution intended.
Right.
They intended for the will of the people to be done by a person, somebody who is of the people.
Right.
Unfortunately, the wealth gap in this country is so huge that once you make, I feel like once you make it over a certain share of wealth, you're no longer able to effectively govern the mass of the people.
Exactly.
That person should come from that pool.
Perfect.
Not these people who are not living the same experiences. We have no shared experiences at all. So how can you govern for me?
Exactly.
And I feel like that is the truth for a lot of people in Congress. You have a lot of millionaires who are running this country who could care less that eggs went from 99 cents at Carriages to $5.99, which I had to pass right on by. I ain't bought a carton of eggs in
maybe can't afford
how long. And I wanted eggs, so I was like, ooh, I got into a breakfast. I was like, I want pancakes, I want turkey sauce, I want eggs. Got my pancakes, baby, I passed them eggs. I was like, $5.
Yes,
these ain't organic. These ain't even brown.
Nah, baby.
Oh, baby, now me paying $5 for some white eggs. And they small.
The medium.
These ain't extra large. Had me hotter than fish grease up in there. It's a lot of things that I pay $5 for, but eggs is never gonna be that. So I just want to have eggs. I pay $5 for real butter. Make sure y'all girls are using real butter out there. Do not come to my house with no blue bonnet. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting shot, baby.
You should be shot. You should be shot.
Shout out to the margarine girls.
Don't come out here with no margarine, no imperial, no man. Real butter, friend. You can taste the difference in real butter. You can taste the difference.
Man, I'm just gonna get whatever the cheapest one comes.
See, and that's the thing. The girl, everybody has their thing where they're gonna splurge. I'm gonna splurge on some butter. Yeah. I'm a splurge on some butter. I'm a splurge on some olive oil. I'm
a splurge on the fruit, but when I get to that butter,
see, I'm different. I'm not splurging on no fruit.
I need my organic fruit, baby. If it ain't got no 9 on the number, I don't want it.
On no fruit. I ain't splurging. I have been naturally kind of thin, and plus, I can't eat a lot of fruit anyway because of the sugars. I can't eat a lot of fruit anyway, so baby, I'll pass her right on by and give me some salad material and my real butter. Not that fake butter that y'all be eating over there from. I can't believe y'all ate at this man's house.
I mix it up.
Look, I ate all over this man's house and he cooking.
And he ain't tasted it.
I did. Yeah. I ain't want to say that. Listen, wait. Okay, so let's get back on track. Let's wrap up the political rundown. I just want to point out that Trump has issued 84 executive actions so far. Several of those are right now being argued and fought about in court. We talked about the birthright citizenship. None of us really technically should be citizens if that's the case. And those executive actions, they go all the way from education to international affairs to public policy, infrastructure, so many things. And Trump is in that era now. So he's in his toddler phase. He's in his bad toddler phase.
He's been in it a minute.
Where he's been in that. But he's back in it. He's in that phase
terrible
now.
Twos.
He's in that terrible two where he's going to pass things or issue executive actions just to see if he's going to be able to get away with them.
And to cause confusion.
But what we have to be worried about when you're thinking about the 3 branches of government and executive power is once we allow him access to this power, once the courts rule that he is able to do those things, it's going to be very hard to roll them back.
All right.
And I need the Democratic Party to get on your ish.
Drop your nuts.
Get on your ish. Get on your ish. Get on your Zoom.
Get on your Jasmine Crockett shit.
Get on your Zoom right now. Jasmine Crockett.
Shout out to you, sis.
Hello.
Shout out to that queen. Informing the people standing for
AOC. Hello.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Ayanna Presley. Hello.
Shout out to girls.
These girls should not be the only one in the party who is like lighting a fire. They shouldn't be the only ones who are in there fighting. Yeah. Y'all should be, the Democratic Party should be filing motions every day.
Because this affects all of us.
This affects everybody.
Everybody. And
file a motion. File a motion. I don't care if you know it ain't going to make it past his judges. File a motion. at least the history books will show that you fought.
Mm-hmm. And I want to challenge everybody to watch the person that you put in place. Watch them and see what actions they're making. If you send somebody to the Senate or you send somebody to represent you in the House of Representatives, watch their actions in this moment, in this time now. And if they're doing something that you don't like, you know what you need to do. You need to get prepared to replace them come next election. Because voting matters. If you don't realize that voting matters in 2025,
and respectability politics is out of the window. We can't be nice. Here, we cannot be kind. No. We cannot be cute. Because they ain't being nice to us. Mm-hmm. They ain't being kind to us. And they ain't never been cute. So, period. Let's get it. The last thing I wanted to give an update on the crash. As you all know, there was a tragic mid-air collision on February 8, 2025 over the Potomac River. Shout out to the girls in Potomac.
Rest in peace to all those who
lost. I'm sorry, the crash on January 29th. This update is of February 8th. See, that's why I'm at 5. I don't know my days. But I want to talk about air traffic controllers. So it has been revealed that a single air traffic controller was managing both aircraft at the time of the collision. This was described as a practice that is not normal for that time of day at Reagan National Airport. The controller did issue 2 warnings to the helicopter crew about the approaching jetliner, with the first alert occurring 2 minutes before the collision. So this investigation is still unfolding. I will say that they have recovered all of the bodies from this tragic incident. But I just want to give you an update. We'll continuously give updates as those come out. But enough about politics. Enough is enough. We're tired.
We wore down.
We're tired. We're wore down. It used to be so easy for me to pick 1 or 2 things, but now everything is a threat to my freedom, and I find that's a problem for me.
It is. It should be a problem for everybody.
It should be a problem for everybody. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad I'm able to give you information. So if you have questions about anything, you need clarification on anything, you want me to talk about anything, send me a DM, put it in the comments. We'd love to hit it on here on the show. Mm-hmm. And that is all that we have for the political rundown, because we are run down.
Yes, baby. And friend, thank you for running us down and keeping us abreast on all of it. We need that. We need you in the culture for sure.
Thank you. Preach. I'm taking a bow.
Yes.
So what's next, friend? Let's get out in the street.
Yeah, let's tiptoe out in the streets and see what's been going on in the culture and the things that affecting, our word in other ways. Okay, so let's talk about the untimely death of Irv Gotti, the record executive and music producer Irving Lorenzo, also known as Irv Gotti, who helped launch music careers for Ashanti, DMX, and Ja Rule, has died at the age of 54. This was reported, February?
Oh, wow. That's very young.
February the 6th, yeah. Very young.
54 is very young.
Very, very, very young. So I was sad to hear that. The reports didn't say what actually happened to Irv Gotti, and so we're still pending more information as to what happened, what caused his untimely death. But definitely sad to hear that. It took me back to the Murder Inc. days when you had Ashanti and Ja Rule just running the girls. I think we were in middle school or something like that when they took over the scene, Murder Inc. So it was a good time, and so he's the actual producer behind it, and so it's definitely a sad thing to wake up and see on the news.
Praise to the family.
All right, and moving on, let's talk about the Grammys.
Yeah,
the Grammys was definitely a hot topic.
I will say this is probably the first Grammys that I was entertained, that I watched.
I definitely agree. So anything that stood out to you, just right on top of your head before I run everything down that I liked from the show?
Yes, the Grammys made it very clear. Mm-hmm. They wanted to make sure that you understood. I feel like after for every presentation of award, they made sure that the teleprompter said voted on by the 10,000 member body. Hey, this is not a back room with 6 people around a conference table. There are 10,000 voting members who voted for these things, and I love that they did that. I like the transparency. I needed the clarity. Mm-hmm. I want to know, is it 100 people voting? Because I didn't think it was that many. I was maybe a couple hundred people, but 10,000 people. The girls deserve their things, and they got them. that night. But go ahead, friend.
Yeah, for
Run it,
sure.
run.
So the first thing that I want to talk about, because I feel like this young lady, she stole the show to me. Doechii, her performance, absolutely a queen. I just want to give her a nod for her performance itself, because she actually went home with an award, and we're going to talk about that. But just the performance itself, which I find weird, I can't actually find it on YouTube, the full actual clip. I don't know what's going on with that Grammys. Whoever's behind that, drop the clip. We need that in rotation. So
I've seen it on Instagram, but these award shows they are a little finicky when it comes to like dropping
the actual
the
performance
actual
itself.
performances. Yeah,
Y'all need to don't we need that, okay? Stop holding my girl performance hostage. But the performance, baby, she gave good breath control, her cadence and flow. Obviously, she had great lyrics. The music is always quality. She gave you choreography, theater elements. She had the black cornrows represent for our black queens. She demanded that we hear her first because she came out in this nice suit. She was very
I
covered
think that
up.
was Tom Brown.
Is that who actually made the suit?
I think so.
Oh, shout out to them. I loved it. It was
I think so.
beautiful. And then, so she demanded that we hear and see her talent first. And then she ripped her clothes off, giving us a moment and just wowing us with her body that she had as well. So, Mama was everything.
Which, if you actually like follow Doechii, like outside the music, she is always in her undergarments on live or on the internet.
Oh,
so it was like so Doechii because like when she gets on Instagram live or she talking to like fans like in her house, sis is in her drawers all the time. So it was just like that's Doechii, and I follow her. That's Doechii. That sis is like here I am. Here, like that's Doechii. It's like so serious. Like that's her personality. She's always in her drawers, talking to the people or rapping. So that was just a moment. Her performance was amazing.
To remember, if you want to remember anything about that night, if you only got time to look at one thing, go to that performance which you need to see. And I also want to give her a shout out because she won Best Rap Album for her project Alligator Bites Never Heal.
And I have listened.
Yes, you listened to the entire project.
I listened to the entire project.
Run us down, friend. What do you think? Well, I mean, tell us why we should listen. Like, what are some of your favorite songs, or do you have any favorite songs you want to shout out, or just go listen to the whole project?
Listen to the entire project.
I'm going to definitely listen to the whole project.
And I'm saying that as a fan. I somebody you're probably going to talk about in a little bit. I feel like Beyonce has brought us back to that. Beyonce brought us back to the era where it's like think about the entire project, and Doechii really put out something that makes sense. It's cohesive. Like if you're looking for like, and no shade because we love a good turn up, we love a good twerk music. But if that's like what you're looking for, you'll find pieces of that. But it's like it's a rap album. So if you are a rap fan, like a rap historian, and you really just love the genre of rap, what is hip hop, you're gonna find that in her album. Listen to the words, listen to the stories that she's telling, because she's telling them. But I will say, if you're a fan of TDE, if you're a fan of Kendrick, you're a fan of SZA, they're all signed to TDE. She fits like that's her. That's the style. Like that house that she's in, it's built. You can tell.
I mean, look at the material. It's the quality. The quality. Exactly. All those artists that he just named, Doechii definitely she gives. She's videos, she's giving everything. She gives it. So she's definitely deserving. She's only the third woman to actually win best rap album. So that's dope. Also, nod to Lauryn Hill and Cardi B, who are the other two we have won. Shout out to Nicki Minaj because my girl, she deserves a Grammy. I just want to add that in there. That's just for me and my personal.
I agree. I think Nicki definitely deserves a Grammy.
A Grammy, just a Grammy. Yeah. I'm not necessarily saying album of the year, but she deserves Grammys.
We don't have to get into that, but I definitely think there are some moments from Nicki's discography that are Grammy worthy, and she deserves a Grammy.
Yeah. All right, and so now let's talk about the Beehive buzzing, because the Beehive was buzzing. Oh, what you said there, it did something to me. Shout out to the Queen Beyonce. First of all, Beyonce Giselle knows she looked amazing at the Grammys, stunning actually. She actually took home the Country Album of the Year and Album of the Year. She took home several awards. She also took home an award with Miley Cyrus as well for Best Country Duet of the Year. So, yeah, Mommy, she was racking up. She racked up as she always does, and shout out to her for finally just winning album of the year, getting what she deserved. I think the Grammys got it right on that night as far as this concerned. She's deserved. This should be like the third one in my opinion at this point in time, but hey, y'all got it right this time. This kudos. Shout out to the Queen for getting the things that she deserved.
Absolutely. And let me tell you this. I don't care if you don't like Beyonce. No one cares.
We don't.
Let me get into the mic. No one cares if you don't like Beyonce. You don't have to get on the internet. You don't have to get on her internet. You don't have to get on nobody's internet. We don't care. No one cares if you don't. No, can you see me?
Mm-hmm.
No one cares if you don't like Beyonce.
We don't.
No one cares. All that tells me is that you're a hater.
Facts.
That you're miserable.
Facts.
This woman is like everything. And I know a lot of y'all thrive on being able to play devil's advocate. We don't need a devil's advocate for Beyonce. We don't need it. No one cares. I just want to say that.
Period.
And yes, she's overdue for an album of the year.
Of course.
But that also does not take away that this album was album of the year. She deserved it for this one too. Did she deserve it for Renaissance?
Right.
Absolutely. Did she deserve it for Lemonade?
Absolutely.
Hell fucking yeah. Right there. Did she deserve it for Self-Titled? That literally changed the music industry.
It did.
When she dropped it. Abso-mother-effing.
So I stand corrected. She's due for at least 4. I said at least 3.
4.
Mama.
And at 4 is up for debate.
4 is my girl. I love that.
And let's not even start about. Let's not even forget about the gift. That is the gift.
It is a gift. Definitely a gift. I'm gonna black people tap into the gift if you haven't already. Listen to that album.
Ain't nothing that let me say. Ain't nothing that nan one of y'all nappy headed.
BDBs.
Okay. And when I say BDBs, even if you a YN, the BDBs on your BDBs. The BDBs on your shiesty cap ain't nothing that you can tell me. Beyonce gives it. Vocals, dance,
period.
Like
looks, lights. Mama give you light.
The sound, the song,
yes,
the body of work,
thought.
She's got 77 writers on this project. Yes, because she's making sure that the black girlies, that the girlies, that the POCs, that the LGBTQIA+, she's making sure that these people get paid. She's making sure that they're getting their money, that they're getting their coins, that they're getting their shine. Mm-hmm. So again, just to end it, sorry friend, I took over. No one cares if you don't like Beyonce. We don't care.
We don't. And stop being a hater. Anytime you're speaking on somebody that you don't like, you're being a hater. If you don't have nothing nice to say, you shouldn't comment. If you don't like a person, don't follow them. Don't like. Anyway, I can go on a tangent. Y'all stop being haters.
Hello.
Y'all make that too common. Like, I'm over it. Like, what a real niggas is. Can I say niggas? Shakira. Shout out to Shakira. She looked amazing. She looked fabulous as well. She won the best Latin pop album. First of all, Shakira, she doesn't age. Mama looked amazing. She looked like she was probably like 20 years old. And I know she has to be in her 40s. I'm not trying to count her age, Shakira. But shout out to you for looking so amazing. For her acceptance speech that she gave, she mentioned immigration. So she definitely got political in her speech. And she said that she's fighting with her immigrant brothers and sisters, which I thought was very powerful. And big up to you for doing that because of everything that's going on with the birthright citizenship and everything that Trump's trying to do with the immigrants.
ICE.
Right, with the whole ICE and the raids and stuff that they're doing. So shout out to Shakira for speaking up on that. She also gave a fire performance as well. Mama is the deli dancing queen. She looked good. The performance was, I don't know, it had a little vibe, and I don't know all the, I've been doing my Duolingo trying to get my Spanish right. I don't know half of the stuff she was talking about still, but she sounded and she looked amazing. So it was good seeing Shakira. Did you see the performance, Ring?
I did.
And the speech that she gave?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Same sentiments, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Shakira's amazing.
Yeah. And next, I want to talk about Cynthia Erivo. Y'all know that's my girl. Shout out to Cynthia. I love you. She gave a jazz tribute to Quincy Jones. They gave a tribute to Quincy Jones, and she sung Quincy Jones and Frank Sinatra.
She gonna sing it down every which of the way.
Yes, and Mama sung it down. She looked amazing. Of course, she had her nails and her stilettos on, giving a moment, but the vocals were everything. vocals are everything. So if you haven't seen that performance, go back, check it out. I don't know, we're gonna check it out at It Child because they being stingy, but it should be around.
I will say she came, she took pictures on the carpet. Her and Janelle came together.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, Janelle, girl, I love you.
Oh,
I love you, ma'am.
I
I love you, but
love Janelle Monáe. Love you down.
But that was not no.
She gave a tribute to. She did a Quincy Jones performance as well, but she sung a Michael Jackson song that was
I
produced.
love Janelle. Love to meet her. Love to hang out. She feel like she threw a good party, but that performance was not it for me.
Sadly, I have to agree, and I'm a huge fan of Janelle, but it just
it was giving me with 3 of these at karaoke.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying my girl, she had a couple libations and she forgot she had to perform, and she got up there and she
or
just
maybe
gave
they
what
called
she
her
could.
like, hey,
Last minute,
yeah,
could have been.
We'll go with it. That's what it was.
Give my girl the benefit of the doubt because she performs down
we know
when she does.
When she does, okay.
And next, I'm gonna talk about Alicia Keys. So she received the Global Impact Award, which is an award based on Dr. Dre. She gave a phenomenal motivational speech as she accepted the award, and she spoke to diversity, equity, and inclusion. And she stated that DEI, and I thought this was very powerful. She said DEI is not a threat; it's a blessing. And you hit it directly on the nail. We actually reshared her speech on our social media platform. So if you don't follow us on social media, make sure you're following us because we share content and stuff like this that's meaningful and that means stuff all the time. And Alicia Keys, you got it right. You hit it on the head with this. Thank you for using your voice and your platform to speak to injustices that are going on in the community. And we talk about DEI a lot here on this show because it matters. And we know that a lot of people, friend, I can't even tell you how many times people come to me and ask me, what is DEI and what it actually means? So I'm glad that we're actually speaking about it on this platform and creating the conversation. But big up to Alicia Keys for speaking on that. And DEI, she said it perfectly, is not a threat. It's absolutely a blessing. Where one demographic may be lacking in something, another demographic can bring something else to the table. Vice versa. We feed off each other. We're a melted pot for a reason, and that's our superpower. If you take that away, what do you have?
Exactly, and as a DE&I professional, I will say it's not only about the diversity. I think people take DEI and they say it's only about diversity by any means necessary. It's about getting the people in the door. They don't have to have qualifications. That is not true. It's not factual. You have to remember the equity part of it. A lot of the work it's about what is equitable. What is equitable? A lot of the work is also about the inclusion part about it. A lot of it is about some of those factors that are not named. The accessibility part about it, the belonging part about it, the people feel like they belong, the cultural part about it. There are so many different aspects to DE and I that are valuable, that are productive to what we are as Americans, as what the idea of America actually is. To belittle it and dumb it down to meaning to be the new buzzword for nigga. Said it.
Yeah.
I don't like, and I don't appreciate it.
You fact.
You want to say black? Be black. You want to call me a negro? Call me a negro.
Say it with your
Say
chest.
it with your chest. Say it with your chest. DE and I has like become the replacement for, I feel like, N-word or person of color or Hispanic or Latina or Latinx, and it's not cool. Diversity, equity, and inclusion has so much more to do than just race and ethnicity.
Right.
There are a million, like, well, I don't say a million. There are 100 other factors that go into what is diversity, equity, inclusion. You're looking at veterans. You're looking at women. You're looking at LGBTQIA+. You're looking at differently able. You're looking at learning styles. You're looking at so many, like, other factors. You can look at communication styles. It's just a lot of things that you can look into when you're looking at diversity, behavioral styles. It's just
you go on and on.
You can really go on and on with factors that are included in DE and I work that are not being recognized right now.
Right,
and they're awfully, people are going to suffer.
And I just want to stress, okay, I know you said you diverse. I think people, for the most part, understand what diverse means and what inclusion means and what it means to be included. But I think people kind of struggle with the equity part of it. So I just want to kind of give those of you listening who aren't aware, quickly, the definition of equity, according to Google, the quality of being fair and impartial. That's what equity is, being fair and impartial. So those of you who may start at a certain point, or no matter, like let's say you started, you're poor, you don't have funds, yet just based on your family makeup and the environment that you grew up in, or whatever the case may be, equity closes that gap between you and someone who did grow up in wealth or did grow up in a good education school system or whatever the case may be. It closes that gap so that you can have a fair chance, an equal chance. So if someone is on stair number 3, just for a visual, if someone is on stair number 3 and you started on stair number 1, equity is to raise you up, to put you on the same level as the next
Absolutely.
person. So you
Absolutely.
won't be down here at 1 trying to struggle to get up to 3. You should start at 3 with everybody else.
Equity is there. It's one of those things where, as if you're a white male, we're not anti any particular
Absolutely not.
person on this show, but if you're a white male, 10 times out of 10, you can get into a room. Your resume will be read. You can be seen for an interview. To you, it may not seem like it's a thing that these things are happening for you, but that's just the way. That's the system that we live in.
It's a privilege.
Equity is ensuring that when my African American name, because it is African American name, comes across the desk,
speak
with all the qualifications that I can at least get in the room. That the person sitting at that desk making the decisions won't say, "No, I don't think they're going to fit the culture," simply based off the fact that I got an African American name.
Right.
If we're taking it to, if we're simplifying it, if the goal for all of us is to watch a baseball game, y'all have seen the picture. We're watching a game from over the fence. Person A, they can see it perfectly from their feet. They're tall enough. But person B, from their feet, they can't see. Equity is, let me grab them a box so they can see as well.
Right.
It is very simple.
It's very simple. Equity is having handicap spots closer to the door, so if someone is handicapped, they can have ease to the store. If you can walk and you're an able person, yeah, you can park all the way at slot number 36 all the way in the back. But if I'm in a wheelchair and I don't have that leisure to be able to do that, so equity is having a spot designated to you wherever you go, so you can have somewhere to park. And if you parking and you ain't handicapped, get your ass out of them folks' spot.
And I kind of feel like on the other end of equity, if you want even a third way to look at it, on the other end of equity is what's the word? Discrimination.
Right.
There you go.
Facts.
You gotta know what the opposite of being discriminatory is. Equity. So discriminatory, you know what everybody knows what discriminatory is. So you want to know what the opposite of that is? It's actually being equitable and having equity. All right.
So we went on another tangent, you guys.
Another
but
one.
That's a good tangent, Had to let the people know it, educate the people. But back to the Grammys. Let's run down the next 3 biggest awards. I want to talk about Record of the Year, which went to Kendrick Lamar for They Not Like Us, one of the bangers of the year for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
He also he went home with actually 5 awards.
He swept.
Yeah, he swept all the categories that he was nominated for, including Song of the Year, again for They Not Like Us. So congratulations to that Black King, doing what he do. And of course, Album of the Year went to, like we said, Cowboy Carter, Beyonce. Just a few other things, just to wrap up on the Grammys. Just want to talk about who looked amazing. Just want to give a couple shout outs to a couple people. Want to, of course, shout out to Victoria Monet. She looked amazing, looked stunning. I want to shout out Beyonce, of course, for her look.
Beyonce is gone.
It was very much so quality from both of the girls.
Really catch on off that. This is like amazing.
Yes, she puts in the time. Was there anyone else that you noticed that looked good? Or
I'll be honest.
Or did you not see the red carpet? Because I didn't see the red carpet. So.
But the girls, nobody really brought it this year. I don't feel like it was just. I feel like it was just a little bit more casual than probably what it has been. Yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody looked good, but it was just a lot of little simple black dresses, little Just it
Yeah.
wasn't a Met Gala, and I feel like there was a time where the stars were like that they were
Let me
gonna
bring
carpet
you every
down.
carpet I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it
not so
wasn't
much.
that.
Nah.
The girls like, yeah, you get my time, and I ain't mad at it.
Listen, okay, and I'm not gonna be breaking the bank trying to come up here to see y'all. But anyway,
Exactly.
I did want to say a couple people did look very inappropriate to me. Kanye West and his wife Bianca. First of all, Kanye had on a black Hanes shirt and just some black Levi jeans, looking very
If y'all
basic.
can see my face right now, it's in my hand.
And his wife had on this sheer and naked dress, like it was. You could see her everything. You see everything. It was
Let
nude,
me tell you something.
very nudity. Tell us, friend, what you got? What's your take? Ah! Y'all, if y'all not watching this on YouTube, you are missing out. You have to see the faces.
I don't know if she thinks she evil would. If she thinks she's straight from the garden or would.
It's
But
giving it.
she worries me. Like,
Yeah.
and I listen, and I'm not a savior. I don't want to save nobody, but I feel like
You can't save these hoes.
she worries me.
Mm.
I feel like nudity, nipple here and there, but this girl, her vagina out.
Everything. No self respect or worth, in my opinion.
And for
This is
him
what
to
this
go
is.
as hard as he does on Kim Kardashian and her parenting, like this is a stepmother, no shame.
Too. And I bet you he's feeding her, hey, this is gonna make you the next Kim K.
Oh, it's Kanye. He clearly suffers from mental illness.
And so does she, clearly, if she's showing up like this, because if a
It
man has
may
this level of
be
control on you,
what's that syndrome? It
child,
may be one of them syndromes
clout
where
syndrome.
no,
Oh,
I forgot. I should look that up, but it may be one of those things where I don't know, but the whole
okay.
all of it is just. Oh, I
It
feel like
wasn't for me.
now
Okay.
y'all got me acting like a church grandmother. Like, oh, this is too. All of it is just too much. Too much.
One thing I do want to say, I just thought about somebody else that looked good. Shout out to Willow Smith. Willow Smith looked
I
good.
feel like Willow and Jada look good.
You like Jaden? I'm not mad at Jaden. The only thing I'm mad at is the house he had on his head. There
That's
was
what I like.
the castle. Oh, it looks
I
so
liked
stupid.
it.
Y'all, it looks stupid.
I
If you haven't
liked
seen it,
it.
go
I
check it
liked
out.
it.
Look
It
at
was giving very much up.
it was given up under our house. Cause why you got that on your damn head?
Giving very much Pixar.
Okay, well,
I enjoyed it. I mean,
I enjoyed him from
in
the
a
neck
sea
down.
of people who were really not dressing,
He wanted to stand out. He stood out.
he stood out. Now,
Yeah.
what the house means, maybe he'll drop an album or something, but Willow looked darn good. I will say that.
Willow ate. Mom, you ate. Body, everything was serving. So shout out to her. Shout out to Listis. Lil bro, take this shit off your head. Okay, and I just want to also shout out to the Memphis teacher who was named at the 2025
Woo woo.
Grammy for being the music educator of the year. So,
Mm-hmm.
what's his name? I want to make sure I give his name real quick to you guys. And it also came with a Grammy prize that include $10,000. So don't sleep on that, my man. He got him some money. I don't think they actually named his name in the article, which sucks. But if I find it out, I'll give it to you guys.
His name was Adrian.
Adrian McLean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to you. Just wanted to give an eye to him. Big Memphis energy. That's amazing. Keep teaching these kids music because we definitely need it. So off of the Grammys, moving on to some other news. Well, not necessarily news, but I just kind of want to introduce someone to you guys. It's this fellow called 19 Keys. He's an activist and a thought leader. I actually came across him yesterday. I was watching The Breakfast Club. Shout out to The Breakfast Club
Shout out to the Breakfast Club.
for keeping the culture knowledgeable and introducing us to activists and leaders such as 19 Keys. But he pretty much got on the Breakfast Club and he just spoke about being a revolutionary that he is. Spoke about his background, and he just spoke about the change that needs to happen. Like, of course, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world currently today that affects our community, and he's more geared to like, okay, well, what's the solution? What's the action behind it? Because like we get on this podcast, even ourselves, we talk about the issues, but then it's like, okay, well, what are the action items that we can do to change the direction that we're going in? we see the plays that they're making. What plays are we actually come together and making? So he actually got on there and spoke about pushing the Black Roundtable, which is just uh, having all our Black leaders come together in a meeting setting and discuss the issues that impact our community and how we can curate a space for change or curate our own economy, curate just to take over the issues that we're facing, just pretty much, you know. So he spoke about that. He called out like the black church leaders. You know, they're big in the black community. You need a seat at the table to discuss on the issues that we're facing in that aspect. He called out Divine Nine. You know, the Divine Nine is very big in the black culture and the community. So they need a seat at the table to come to organize and to be able to get our messages across, whatever it is and whatever we deem necessary as issues. We need to come up with solutions and action items behind it and plan. You need a plan. Without planning, you plan to fail. So
I like that. Maybe that's something we should do.
absolutely, and he said that as well. He even spoke on the boycotting. He said boycotting, yeah, that's cool. We need boycotting because we need to hit the corporations in their pocket and make them feel us. But we also need to boycott. That was his word that he used, meaning we also need to make sure we're taking the money out of the corporations and put them into our black businesses and our small businesses in our around us in our community. You know, so not just taking money from them, but make sure we're stimulating our businesses and lifting our businesses up. He doesn't even wear like name brand clothes. Like he wears black owned designers. Like I believe his brother even is a black owned designer. Like he's intentional about how he's spending his capital. And I think all of us need to be intentional about that. And I think it's a great interview. If you haven't heard of him, check him out definitely. Again, his name is 19 Keys, and he has a podcast called High Level Conversation. And I just went on a deep dive with him. He seems like a great brother, great guy, and I just love what he's preaching to our community.
I have to go and watch the interview.
Please
I
do.
have my thoughts
Yeah.
on the next episode.
Yeah,
But
do.
whenever we have people who are this revolutionary, I will say usually I'm a fan, so I'm excited via your recommendation to go and check out.
Yeah,
So you all should do the same.
do the same. Y'all go check them out. And so yeah, that's all that I had for that. So let's just talk about our show that we introduced to the cast. Hope you guys have been catching up and following along as well. But Harlem season 3.
Did you finish?
I have not finished, but I have started watching
I
Harlem season
finished.
3. It's only 6 episodes, you guys, so it's a quick watch.
It is good.
It's so good.
It was good.
From the episode 2, it snatched my edges. And I was just like, oh my gosh. First of all, Camille, I'm like, girl, here you go with this overthinking. You're getting on my nerve yet again. You're overanalyzing everything. But I get why she's overthinking and overanalyzing by episode 3, 4. Because I'm like, oh.
I can't say much because you have not finished. But I will say, I feel like this is one of those shows that exists very well in that black
Yes.
Goldilocks zone, where
Yes.
it's not about deep struggle.
Yeah.
Like, we are not in the hood in this, which I don't have a problem with watching those either. But sometimes it's just so refreshing to watch a show where everybody on the surface level kind of has their thing together. It's about love in so many different forms, whether it's familial or friend or actual lover,
and the complexities that come
and
with
it's just so complex. But the complexities are toward a more I'm trying to pick my word carefully. The complexities are toward more of a Cosby like.
I get what you're saying. More tasteful.
Complex. No, because I don't want to say that things that are not tasteful. But there are so many other black shows where it's like
you get one view, one perspective,
yes,
one type of issue.
we are. I definitely feel like there's a thing to try to make us like we're very
Monolith.
monolithic.
Mm-hmm.
It's very The Wire and nothing else.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
So right, so to get these type of shows where everybody's got their own career or even Angie, like most of the
Mm-hmm.
series, she's not as quote unquote successful as the other girls. Like they're having to help her, whatever,
Angie
but
is a
it's still
key.
like done in a way where it's like this is relatable.
Yes.
It's just more relatable to what I'm experiencing in my life right now. Let me
Yeah.
say that, and I appreciate that. It's just kind of like how Insecure was. So I
Yeah.
look forward to the day where we can get more of those type of shows.
That's
But
why
nothing
I'm
against the
so
others, baby, because
sad.
we gonna watch them as well. We gonna watch them as well. Yeah,
But that's why
but
I'm so sad. Like this is the last season. It's like
I
this is so good, so
know.
quality, and like I
And
just
then
sit there and I feel like I'm a friend at the table. Cause you know they do their brunches every
mm-hmm.
week, which I love that. First of all, if you got a friend group, meet up with your friend group because you need that to recharge. Me and my friend group, we meet today later on, so I can recharge. But you need that, and I feel like watching like I'm a friend at the table, just sitting there, and I'm coming. I'm like Camille, like girl, I'm saying the same thing that Ty may say, but I'm saying it before Ty, and I'm like, that's exactly how I feel about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just relatable on so many aspects, and I love how they tackle LGBTQ in there as well, AI plus. Just all the different elements of the community is just woven so well into Harlem. So if y'all aren't
And this
tuned
shows so much.
in,
That show in particular is so much about finding yourself.
yes,
As
yeah,
successful as the individual characters are, all of them are going on a journey of finding who they really
so
are.
real.
Like even with Camille and her decision to
Mm-hmm.
leave Colombia, with Ty and her, if this app is not it, I gotta find a new app. Like every single character is on a journey to get better. And from season one, you thought they were all there. So it just shows. It just shows me like, no matter what point you are in your life, there's always room for growth. You can always elevate yourself, and your friend group, who you surround yourself with, they're a big part of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have not checked out Harlem, go and check it
Do
out.
yourself the favor.
Amazon Prime. I know y'all got
Yes.
Amazon Prime 2-day shipping. Go get an Amazon Prime video.
Child, we need to be coming up off of Amazon Prime, but yeah,
Let me
no,
tell you something.
we'll
One thing
get
about
there.
Amazon Prime Video, don't show me nothing that I got to pay extra for. When I come on this here app, I want to see all the free things. What comes with the membership?
Right.
It's been
All
too
these
many
commercials and
times.
stuff.
First of
Yeah.
all, I didn't know Amazon Prime had commercials until I was watching Harlem, and that ticked me off. Because when you send me an email telling me that you introduced commercials.
Too many commercials.
Second of all, when I come on this here app, I don't want to see what I can pay for. I don't want to see that.
Right.
When I go on Hulu ain't
Stressing
showing me
us.
what I got to pay for. Netflix ain't showing me what I got to pay for. Disney Plus ain't. And I get so I got to, I'm going to watch that. $4.99.
No, ma'am.
No, man, this is not a marketplace.
Mm-mm.
Fix it.
Period.
Bezos, fix it. I want to see what's free. You get my mouth wet for stuff I can't even watch. I'm not paying $3.99 for nothing.
On
I
top
got
of
all
what
these
you already paying.
right.
All
All
these
these
streaming
dang on
apps and
apps.
shit.
And you want me to pay $3.99? Why is it in the top 10 if I got to pay for it?
Hello.
But Harlem is free.
Right. Check that
Oh
out,
my
y'all. You have to
tangent.
watch a couple commercials here and there, but
Right.
enjoy yourself.
Shady business practice. I don't trust it.
And this is, I ain't gonna go. I'll go back down that rabbit hole, friends. Let's just keep moving. What else we got going on? If we out the streets, that's all we got. We're gonna wrap it up. That's all we have for the culture talk. So, what else
And
we got
speaking
going
of what
on?
I don't trust, we're gonna move into something a little different today. Let's mellow in this
Mm.
when we're in our bag segment of who don't you trust?
Oh, friend, I need to be ordinary
I don't
food.
trust it. Well, we got time.
Okay, we got to say.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
I saw a video on Instagram, and the girl was talking about who she don't trust, and I'm gonna tell you who I don't trust. I don't trust litterers. Cause let me tell you something. If I see you throw something out your window, if I see you throw something out your car, if I see it, best believe you will be dealt with.
Well, why you don't
Best believe
trust
I
me?
may just, and if we're dating, I'm probably just gonna cut you off. Disrespectful to the
What if
earth.
y'all
How you?
friends?
I know, yo.
Friend, okay,
I
you say it's
know
disrespectful to
you ain't
the
out here
earth,
littering.
but the only thing
You can't take care of what God gave us, the earth.
No,
How you gonna take care of me?
no. Now let me tell
It's
you
a
this.
trash can on every block.
No, friend. I throw my like if I try to have an apple every day.
Okay,
so they're not littering.
That's different.
Because I'm like the birds can feed off of these. They need some food. Okay.
If you're throwing out things that's not biodegradable.
Okay, Piggy.
You throwing out that Wendy's bag, that Church's cup, cigarette butts.
Yeah, bitch, you trifling.
You're trifling. And I don't trust you. I wonder what your house look like.
Oh,
nasty.
Oh,
why are you littering? But everywhere you go has trash can. Take that shit to your house.
Everywhere. Fast.
I'd rather my car be dirty than me throwing stuff out on the side of the road. It ticks me off. It ticks me off. I had to snap on my apartment company. Like, get somebody here to pick up this, because obviously the people out here littering. Pick this trash up.
And that's why I don't understand either. How are you littering it at the place that you stay? Like, why don't you throw something out?
You would be surprised.
I have neighbors that
ticks me so bad.
Shit.
You live here. Take it in your house. Drive it by the dumpster. So if you are here littering in these streets, you can't take care of God's green earth. I don't trust you.
Thanks.
And if your metro don't trust you, we gonna shoot you.
Oh,
and I'm done.
Well, let's think. That's what Metro said.
Friend,
and he's
step out here in your bag. Who don't you trust?
Who I don't trust?
Tell me.
Well, first of all, we already talked about the dirts out here that's littering. I don't trust you. If you dirty, you're not cleaning your ass. You're not taking a bath like you need. Like, I do not trust you. If I smell you before I enter your presence, you can't be trusted.
I feel like it's too early.
It's too early? No.
It's too early because that coldness, they get away with it in the wintertime.
No, it ain't too early.
It's not gonna. I mean, there's some that are bad, but it ain't gonna really hit.
Because some people think
this message ain't really gonna hit the girls till they start warming up. It's like, wait a minute.
No, some of them girls in them coats and that aroma just.
Ooh.
Baby, when you unleash that, it's wicked out here.
Not yo.
It get nasty. I can't trust you. If you can't take care of your hygiene, your breath stink. Your breath stink gum out here. You can get you some gum. Even if you ain't brushing your teeth.
If your leave behind wind ain't smelling right,
just sit down.
First of all, listen. Am I the only one out here who hold their breath when people walk by? I just don't like smelling nobody.
It depends on how you look. If you look like you smell good, I ain't got on my breath. But I can tell.
Not out here being discriminatory.
Well, hey, if you look raggedy, I'm expecting a raggedy smell. So I'm don't here hold my breath. But if you look like your skin glistening,
it don't matter because I don't want to smell white diamonds either. I don't want to smell Chanel number 5.
You sitting there with mama. Well, she love a good white diamond.
And this smells great on you, mama.
No, I hate that for you. We're going to keep it real. We said we're keeping it pink. Mama, we hate that for you. We're going to stick to the Chanel. Okay? You like the Chanel. You like the Prada. We're going to have some Prada for Christmas.
It's certain things. My nose is very sensitive. I was like, I just hold my breath. It's out of habit. Like, I don't want to smell this person walk by me. Unless I know you. Like, I don't hold my breath when you walk by, friend.
Child, he probably now I'm gonna report that. I'm like, look at him holding his damn breath.
I would never. And we work out together, we run together, we play tennis together. I'm good on you. We have stayed in the same house, Airbnb, whatever. I'm good. But the people that I don't know, I'm just know if I don't know you and you walk past me, I'm probably holding my breath.
Damn.
If you walk up to me, that's different. But if you walk past, you leave that, that trail.
Yeah, that little wind.
I don't want it.
But see, I want that good, pleasant one because if
the best ones are the ones that catch you off guard. Like,
yes.
Like I told this story
ugly
when I walked into Dollar Tree and the lady was like, "Oh, you got that expensive shit on there." It'd be those type of moments. But I'm just not gonna be.
You could be an ugly ass nigga, but if you smell good.
You still ugly. You just smell good.
You more attractive to me. Shit, if I can see your nails are manicured and clean, you smell clean, you got good skin, you could be an ugly ass motherfucker. And I'm like, damn, that's a sexy ass motherfucker.
Damn, so am I ugly or what?
Friend, you look good without all of that. But I'm just saying, it adds. It gives you more aura points.
Pick it up.
What the kids say, aura. It adds to your aura.
Oh, damn. I get my
Friend,
my,
you are
my
far from ugly. I'm talking about like I'm thinking like, ooh,
the way my dating life going.
I'm not. I finna throw a shot. I ain't gonna do that.
Well, okay, let me do another.
You could look like Jay-Z, and if you smell
Wow.
good, it'll change the perspective.
Wow. I don't have no comment. Shout out to Jay-Z.
Shout out to Jay-Z.
Also, one last thing. Well, I went to churches the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's say you're ordering lunch.
Mm-hmm.
If you out here by yourself and you ordering that 3-piece dinner meal or that 5-piece tender meal, you're too big. That's big back behavior.
Oh!
I don't trust you. Why do you need 3 pieces of chicken?
3 pieces of chicken is crazy.
Why do you need? You ordering it? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hold up now. We gonna change the people that get 3 pieces of chicken.
Why do you need that? Why do you need that much?
Because
chicken?
you need to get full. The protein is good for you.
2 pieces. You out here getting your lunch?
They'll give you a leg and a wing. You need that thigh.
You can I ask every time for 2 thighs.
Well,
yeah, you can ask for what you want at the thing, but you out here getting, let me get a 3-piece meal with 2 sides. You're doing too much. You're doing a lot. You are doing a lot.
Baby, get your 3-piece.
You're doing a lot.
And
5-piece tender. Who needs 5 tenders? You don't need
5 tenders is crazy.
You don't need a 5 tender meal. It come in either 3 or 5. You need to be on the 3. 5 tenders, I don't trust you. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing with all that meat?
You know the girls love the meat.
They do. What are you doing with all that meat? Because you're gonna eat 3. You're gonna eat 3 3/4, and then the 1 you're like, that ain't enough to say. Like you wasted.
So now you're gonna try to force the other one down.
Now you forcing. You should not be forcing yourself to eat no food.
Oh, child, I'm being shot all the way up. But yo,
I'm just saying, I don't trust you if you ordering 5-piece tender meals. That is a lot of meat.
Note to self: don't order the 3-piece no more.
Don't get the 3-piece chicken.
No more 3-piece chicken. And no more 5-piece tender.
And you don't need a 5-piece tender.
They ain't gonna eat number 1 sauce anyway, so you can't cover no.
I'm a sauce person. I'm ordering my extra sauce back at the speaker. I also don't trust you if you got that window you arguing with them people. You know they charge for sauces. You know Popeyes charge for sauces, don't you?
But you ain't gotta be arguing. But you ain't gotta guard the sauce with your life.
So I don't know what's about to pop off. I don't know what's popping off in me.
Real shit, I've seen people lose their lives arguing over sauce at the window.
Hello. Yeah. Order it back there at the speaker. Pay the extra 25 cents. Pay it.
Crazy,
because you know it. You don't need no 5 tenders. I don't trust you.
But just let me speak to you.
And I got a couple friends out there. They know who they are. They listen to it right now. And my one of my best, I know, because me and her, we church as people.
Uh-huh.
I know her, but ain't over there ordering no 3 pieces of nothing. No 3-piece chicken. Because I know she don't do the tenders. She gonna watch the episode. Text me your order.
You think she getting a 3-piece?
She better not be getting a 3-piece chicken meal and no side. That's too much.
With a jalapeno pepper.
It's too much. The biscuit is already enough.
Oh, that biscuit gonna feed you up.
The biscuit is enough, and I like churches. And the mashed potatoes and gravy.
I don't really too much care for their mashed potatoes and gravy.
They mashed potatoes and gravy,
but they chicken.
Now we'll say Popeyes with the Cajun gravy.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes.
So let me run y'all down the orders for the people I do trust. If you're getting a 2-piece chicken with a side biscuit, and if you're getting a 3-piece tender, anything outside of that, you're doing a lot right now. I want you to think about that. The summer is coming up. We said we're on big and backs. We're getting fine. You know, we do this every year, but you're doing a lot with your order. Okay? If you're ordering a combo plus an extra burger, I don't trust you. Down at the Wendy's, I don't trust you. If you're ordering a combo plus a 10-piece nugget, I'm not really trusting.
Damn.
Friends.
Well, I ain't thinking. I'm quiet, baby.
Listen, your 4 is fine. That's 4 niggas that do nothing. But you getting a burger and a 10-piece, I'm just.
Well.
You know, I don't trust you, but I will say.
I'm working on myself first of all.
I'm working on myself because one thing, LD's going to always, I'm always going to order a dessert.
Okay, you got a sweet tooth.
I got a sweet tooth.
See, I'm savory, so I might need that burger in them 10-piece nuggets.
You don't need that burger. You don't need a
10-piece or
10-piece.
grease taste.
A 10-piece.
Yeah. We're going to keep my eat by 4 of them, but
okay, that's fine. You sharing.
I'm saying
you share, and I know you're gonna share your food. But some of y'all going home and eating this alone.
I'm eating the majority though, but I share.
But me, I'm getting a cookie, the brownie, the cheesecake, the strawberry. I'm whatever it is, I'm gonna get it. That's me.
You know what? Y'all are making me into like dessert people. You and Key enjoying like y'all.
It's really Joy is making us into dessert. Well, no,
all of y'all are playing a part. I can't
blame
you play a part too, friend.
Carrie turned me into a dessert.
Oh, now we blame no Carrie. Shout out to Carrie.
Carrie definitely made me desserts. I was not buying desserts.
Yeah.
I had 4 Oreo cookies. I baked them, and I'm baking my shit fresh.
Oh, friend, I know that's right.
I'm like,
okay, next time you do that, let me know.
The Kroger, I buy a pack of cookies. And I bake them every night. Well, not every night, but bake when I need them. See, now some of y'all might not be able to trust me, but like I said, when you out here ordering that 3-piece chicken combo, that is a lot of effing food.
Damn.
Now, if you're getting that 2 can dine with the 2 can dine coupon, different. That's a meal for another day.
Mm-hmm.
You can save half of that. But now, if you're getting that 2 can dine for yourself in one sitting, I don't trust you.
I'm hollering. Who I don't trust? Who else I don't trust? If you ride on 1/4 of a day, I do not trust your ass.
So wait a minute.
Yeah, you in a stray.
Wait a minute.
Because I can end you picking me up. I need to get to wherever I need to go.
And you gonna get there.
And I'm at risk at pushing this motherfucker with you. Like I need you to be responsible.
As a person who's ran out of gas before.
see what I mean?
You gotta let that gas expire. Like you got to get the gas out. You cannot be mixing new gas and old gas. Like you got to get that gas. That's the logic. To leave the system.
No.
And then you get you some new.
No.
You put some new gas in there, and it's gonna run well.
Don't trust what he says. He knowledgeable about a lot of stuff, but we're not gonna rely on him for this. Okay, we do not trust.
I'm riding until that boop boop, that beep come on. When it won't even when the mileage go away. When it won't even show you how many miles you got. That's
no, for real.
I'm riding. I'm gonna fill it back up though. But see, that's the thing. I'm when I go to the gas station, I'm at least gonna go like 3/4 of a tank, if not a full tank. I'm gonna run it down.
Because you're gonna have to because it's down.
I'm gonna run it down.
You gotta fill it back up.
I'm running down. When that gas light come on, I'm on. I'm at the
I don't trust it. I do not trust you. I feel like y'all ain't good.
Don't look over.
And I'm surprised it's you, friend, because I feel like those type of people aren't responsible. But you're very responsible.
Man, I go to the gas
station. That's why I don't expect this to be you. Maybe I need to check my biases, but as of right now, I don't trust you hoes.
Oh, okay, period. Don't trust me then. And you riding around here, you ain't got no oil change. I don't trust you.
Well, I'm gonna get that oil change now. You need your oil change for sure. Especially when I be up and down the highway trying to get to Jackson.
Listen, baby. One thing I'll do, I'm gonna put gas in my car.
Yeah.
I live 60 seconds from a Kroger gas station, which is my preferred. A Kroger or a Quick Trip.
Same. I go to the same one. You
right. I'm gonna make my way down to Kroger now.
By all means.
Now, once I get up to the top of that hill, I can coast it down to that
Kroger. Oh Lord.
I ain't gotta hit the gas. I can roll down to that.
Roll on to the tank.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay, we're gonna leave this. We're gonna work on this spirit, y'all. We're gonna see what we can make some.
But y'all, leave us a comment.
Yes.
Send us a message. Let us know who or what you don't trust and why.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I'm pretty sure some fun comments. Let us know damn alone what you don't trust.
And stay off that doggone 3-piece unless it's a coupon. That's a coupon.
A deal is a deal.
A deal is a deal. We're deal. A deal is a deal.
Stuff yourself if you must, but get that deal.
No, that's the problem with y'all people. You like to stuff yourself. I will say, I'm not judging. I'm not gonna judge nobody. You know, I've been naturally skinny my whole life. But when I stopped eating to be full, I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be the same for everybody. But we all for the labs and Kiki.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's take it on down, friend. Homework. What do you want people to do this week?
Ooh, what do I want people to do? First of all, let's check in on the last week's homework. Did you do your homework, friend? Did you give a compliment? That last week's homework was for y'all to give compliment to somebody.
Child.
Now, if you're a black male, you should be giving out a compliment to another black male or a black queen. Or if you're a Caucasian, you come on now, give these compliments out to you.
Ask me where I went this week. I'm better 5. I ain't went nowhere.
Friend, I stepped out with you now. Oh no, that one this week. That was this week. Since the last episode, it was.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, I did give a compliment then. I'm telling them great show.
Oh, we did. Me too.
I did my homework.
Yeah, we did.
And it was a great show. Yeah. Check out our vlog. To start off Black History Month, we went to the Hatterley Theater, which is one of the oldest and the longest freestanding black-owned theater companies in the Mid-South.
Yes. Oh. Yeah, so that's good.
What was my homework for last week?
What was the homework? Did y'all do your homework? Y'all know.
Right, y'all
We're going to run it back. Yeah, I should know what it is.
You should know. You make the doggone post.
I know, and clearly I've been behind, so I was trying to do this today. So I'm like, and this is why my week has been at 6, you guys.
Okay, well, what's your homework for this week?
Homework for this week, on the Black History theme, I want to go back to that. I want to challenge you guys to go out and check out 19 Keys for sure. Do your research on him. Go check out the interview at Breakfast Club, or just go to his page on YouTube or his Instagram and just see what he's about. And just learn some history and think about action plan. Get into like an action-based mindset. Because we're all leaders. We're all leaders in our own right. We all have different channels into which we could create a revolution for our community. So tap into that.
Agreed. I like that. It's Black History Month. We're going to do a lot of Black History-focused things. But I will say, my homework for this week is going to be very simple for you. We always talk about giving people their flowers. Buy yourself some flowers this week.
Oh, I love it.
We could just go some flowers.
I love it.
You see, I keep my vase on the counter. I didn't get any flowers when I went to the grocery store because I did a pickup. But whenever I go into the grocery store, I always buy myself a bouquet of flowers.
I love that.
Just buy yourself some flowers. It's going to change your mood. You're going to feel good. Depending on where you shop. Kroger, Walmart, I don't know, all the other department stores. I mean, not department stores, grocery stores, but you can get some flowers for like less than $10. Buy yourself some flowers. Mm-hmm. Buy your own flowers. Treat yourself. Every time you see them, you're going to feel good.
Yeah, and I used to do that all the time. Every time I used to go to the grocery store, I used to refresh my flowers. But I haven't been doing that lately because, groceries been high. But to your point, it feels have still good.
Been pretty.
Yeah, the flowers have been consistent.
Been consistently cheap, yeah.
And you get a nice bouquet for at least, and already made for you and stuff. It'd be like $10, $15.
And my vase is short, so I cut the stem down, fill up my vase. Get you a vase, buy yourself some flowers this week.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Some of us don't have a Valentine's. Buy yourself some flowers. Treat yourself.
Absolutely. I love it.
That's my homework. So that's a homework for us. For Percy, it is to check out 19 Keys.
Yeah, check out 19 Keys.
A great interview on the Breakfast Club.
Shout out to you, brother.
Shout out to him. He'll tag him. He'll post something on our Instagram, so you'll be able to access it quickly.
You. So follow us on our social media.
So follow us on social media, and then for me, it's just buy yourself some flowers. You're gonna go to the grocery store this week. Buy yourself some flowers. The next time we see you or you hear from us will be after Valentine's Day. So again,
I'm sorry, I'm trying to put my
we're wrapping this thing up. He's putting our Uber Eats order. We're about to get Jamaican food.
Period.
I got drinks. We're about to libate. I'm about to libate the libations.
Period.
So I want to thank you all for coming, for watching, for listening, wherever you are.
Thank y'all for the support, for sure.
Exactly. Like, comment, subscribe, do your homework, tell us who you don't trust. And it's been real. If nobody has told you that they love you this week, we love you. Again, this is Percy. I'm LD. And we want to thank you for watching and listening to Two Golf Mics podcast. Peace.